Good day, Tamers. I want to talk about this, can't wait to see my fingers, this beast on the screen right now. I was hoping we'd get a few more cards for this new line first, so we could actually go over it as a whole and go like, this is why I think it's really good, or this is like how it's going to like identify the problem in the room with this deck. Because Gallantmon sucks. I love Gallantmon. It just sucks ass. Like, I don't... I'm 30 seconds in, I'm getting demonetized. Oh wait, I'm not even demonetized. Hey, no, don't worry about it. It sucks ass. I was looking through this, and I was like, yo, like, you know, we got a new Takato. It's so-so. I mean, you're not having to run as many as the memory setters now, so you can probably go like 2 and 2, and then like 3 of the original Takato, because Blitz is nuts, man. I love Blitz. So we're going to have a quick look at the other cards. We're going to go back to this. I'm going to die. And then I'm going to complain about something about this card because it's not as good as it should be. Because, to be fair, if it was as good as it should be, it's probably going to be a little bit too broken. But we'll have a look in a second. So far we know about the Gallantmon. And then we know about the Takato. And then we know about the Crimson Mode. That's kind of all we know about right now. Gallantmon's in a weird place. So they always say the only thing we need from a Gallantmon right now is, like, we need another searcher. Because we only have one searcher for the deck. So we either needed Takato to do searching, or we needed a Gallantmon to do searching. So technically we need a secondary Gallantmon. But we'll get there. So new Gallantmon, Champion, Virus, Dark Dragon. Viruses are awful right now because of Digimon, who is expensive. If you watched the last video, we didn't talk about it, but he's starting to creep up too. When Digimon delete one of your opponents, Digimon with 4000 DP or less. If this effect didn't delete, this Digimon gets 3000 DP for the turn. Unless Gallantmon has when Digivolving with Takato in your sources, gain every single when Digivolving effect from your sources. I don't really see this being good. Obviously, because the deck likes to blitz, it makes sense that you want to make your level 5 a little bit stronger so you can blitz into stuff and have to worry so much. Maybe we'll get a Wargame on this set that says raid, and then when attacking, if you raided, you may Digivolve into a Gallantmon for reduced cost. So that way you can be like a chunky Gallantmon when you crash into your raid, but we'll see. Inherited all turns, while you have 0 or less memory, add 2000 DP to the maximum of this Digimon's DP. That's an okay effect because of how the deck wants to work, because you always want to be swinging after you blitz, which is normally after you've spent memory into 0 or more. Each card looks kind of cool in terms of like design. To go to the start of your main phase, if you have a Digimon of Gallantmon, Gallantmon, or Gallantmon, its name, gain a memory, which is pretty good because like you're going to be running this as a tribal of these anyway, or a card that will say its name has Gallantmon in it, even if it doesn't. Digimon. End of your turn by placing this Tamer and one Gallantmon, one War Gallantmon from your trash as the bottom Digivolution cards of one of your Gallantmon. That Digimon may Digivolve into a Gallantmon in your hand, ignoring its Digivolution requirements and without paying the cost. Now, I believe we're going to come over with the card phrase. We're going to look at that card in a minute anyway. EX4 Gallantmon will give you Rush if there's 20 trash over both players' trashes. BT17 Gallantmon will give you Rush because it has it as a basic on the card keyword. As long as you have the other Takato on the field, you have Blitz and you have Rush, which makes this actually somewhat decent. Now, I understand that this new Crimson Mode is a ace card, so obviously, technically, you want your opponent to swing and you go, oh, aced it. But it seems very weird because it seems to me like this is a finisher card rather than a, you know, stopping your opponent from being a dick card. Somewhat. And security to play this card without paying its cost, you know, it's a tamer. Hey, it's Crimson Mode. This dude, he's cool, right? Look at him. To be fair, the artwork is really nice. I want to see what the alt art is, because this is going to have an alt art, right? And it's going to also have one of those weird oil slick alt art as well, which, depending on how expensive it is, I'm going to turn around slowly and look at my gorgeous, beautiful wife right dead in the facial area and go, if it's not too expensive, I will get the oil slick ones. They will be expensive. I will not be getting the oil slick ones. Anyway, Crimson Mode. So he's still a virus, but he's also a holy warrior because Judas, I guess? I don't know. Digivolving from Gallantmon in name with cost of 4. This covers Chaos, I believe, which would then also cover Medieval. I would have also cover Megidra, the newer ones, not the oldest one, the other 2. 3? The other 3. Hand counter blast Digivolution. Arm play when Digivolving. Choose a number of your opponent's Digimon whose total DP adds up to 15,000 or less and delete them. Now I like this because it's not level based. You can choose who's getting deleted and it can be up to 15,000 or less. Depending on your sources of stacks, depends how much this can go up by. Because I think at this point now you can get to like 21,000 if you want to be playing like delete your opponent security sources version. When attacking, once per turn, for every 10 cards in both players' trash the top card of your opponent's security stack. And this is the thing I want to talk about right now. I can't tell if it's a miswording, a specific wording, or they think it's too strong, which I'm going to be honest, it could be too strong. This should read like this card. If I can do this correctly, because editing on a budget. This beautiful little bastard here. Gallantmon from EX4. On play, if there is a total number of cards in both players' trashes is 20 or more, this Digimon gains Rush. Now what this means is, if I have 12 and you've got 8, that's 20 between us, he has Rush. Swing for game. He also gives it the stat because he gained it. That's how I feel like Crimson Mode should be worded. As in, as long as there is multiples of 10s somehow over your trash, like for instance I have 15, you have 15, that's 30, so that's 3 instances of 10. Put those security cards in the trash for me. Now, this is probably the only way Crimson Mode's going to get a glow up. Where's my van? A glow up, because EX2 Crimson Mode is actually really good. Like, a lot of people forget like how good he actually is. Now, Gallantmon's a clumsy knight who can't really do much because he's clumsy as shit. But having an ace level 7, when you do normally sit at a level 6 a lot of the time, and you have no protection, your opponent goes, I'm going to swing into you. And you go, okay then. Or you're going to do their own thing. And they don't kill you on the when attacking effect. So when it comes to your side where you can like block and activate everything else, boom, Crimson Mode. Boom, all your things are dead. Hopefully. Maybe. I don't know how it's going to go. We need to see the rest of the stuff. I want to see the Gallantmon, the War Growl, and I want to see the Gallantmon. And maybe even a new Gigi. Which is a bit weird, because we know we're having to fight for stuff with excuse me, with Greymon. So maybe we won't get a new one. I don't know. We'll see what's going on there. But yeah, I think the Crimson Mode should read like this. If anyone's watching this and doesn't like Crimson Mode because they're playing purple, they're playing security control, where they're constantly just throwing option cards in the trash, because, hi, I can understand why you wouldn't like that. But I think this is specifically how it should read, that for every instances of 10, so I have 7, you have 13, we have 20 between us. Swing, 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 baby. For instance, if this is the case, like the way I want it to read, like, smush you guys in the face. I want it to read like this. I want it to read like this card right here. I'm getting angry finger pointing now. This Crimson Mode is going to be good in any deck that wants to run a Gallantmon name. Or red, I guess, to a degree. I do think that that's the only thing that I don't like wording. Like, the card is really good. I think it's going to be very good. I think it needs to be... Like, this is a modern day version of the card, and it does work very well. It does cost 5, which I believe Crimson Mode costs 5 or costs 6. At least, though, when you're deleting things, you are going to gain memory back, because people are probably going to play the structure deck Growlmon because it gives you memory back. They're going to play obviously the cards with Blitz because they need the Blitz, and it's also going to give you 2 memory back. And I do see that being an instance. I mean, the Gallantmon itself could have when something gets deleted, you gain a memory, so that's why you're keeping things back on your side. You can go into Ace still. I'm pretty sure this can blast over Ace. That's not blast over X antibody. So it's a good card. I keep saying it's a good card. I know it's a good card. I'm saying it's a good card. But yeah, I just hope that when attacking was return thing happens, it's going to be a case of over every trash, count them up, and then go, yeah, alright, I've got 11, you've got 9, we've got 20 between us. And then Milgidramon becomes very, very good again. Milgidramon's very, really good, because a lot of people think like it's a terrible deck. It is. But the reason why it's a good deck is because the amount of times that you'll put your opponents and they'll have all their really good cards in the trash and they can't get them back out and they just look at you like, what are you doing this? It's like, fun. It's just fun. Why do you play card games? It's oddly annoying in a soul-tingling good way. But no, I'm one of the Gallantmon people. Card is good. It's not cracked. It's very good. If it gets the wording like EX4 Gallantmon, it's cracked, and that's probably when it's limited 2 broken, and then I could see this probably getting limited to 1, and then you have to go one of these or one of the old ones. The Ultimate Cup artwork. No, we must try and win ourselves a second place while also casting for OPE. But that's just my little world of craziness. We'll probably go look at the Red Hybrid stuff in the future, because that stuff is also really good, especially Burning Greymon. The perfect card. And we'll check you guys out soon. See you guys later. Peace out and goodbye. Goodbye for now.